Did you know that Bo Derek was only in acting because her husband put her up to it? After he died of heart failure, Bo slowly retraced her steps and found peace miles away from the industry gates. Since then, she has been granting interviews on a few shocking things that happen behind the scenes in the industry. What really made her hate Hollywood so much? Why does Derek not want any children? Let's find out while showing you some of her rare photos. Bo Derek was just as average as any other kid until she decided to skip school for 1 month to spend time on the beach, and that would change her entire life forever. Derek was not born into a family of entertainment giants like a few of your favorites. Her parents were just regular social workers who argued a lot. They finally separated a few years after Bo was born, but as Derek's mother finalized her divorce, Derek's life began. Her mother's new lover was going to be her inspiration to join the industry. When it was time to marry again, her mother tied the knot with American actor and stunt performer Bobby Bass. Bo fell in love with her stepfather's craft, and it was around this time that she decided that she too wanted to be an actress. So, while still in school without parental permission, 16-year-old Bo Derek went to audition for the lead role in her future husband's romantic drama film Once Upon a Love. She was young and she was about to do something really stupid. The film director, John Derek, who later became her husband, promised her a part after the audition, but after he gave it a second thought, he didn't want her anymore. He felt like she wouldn't fit in with the character he had originally intended for her. The only way he could keep his promise of casting her was if natural blonde Bo Derek would dye her hair black. Derek was desperate, so she quickly agreed. She quit school and flew to Greece to film. Unfortunately, the film didn't turn out to be the breakthrough everyone expected it to be. It was even more tragic than that. During the post-production, the film executive ran out of funding, and so the German film labs would seize their film for so many years. It remained in the vaults until producer Kevin Castleman paid for it, and finally, in 1981, it was released under the new title Fantasies, but nothing still changed. It was not a success, and all it attracted was negative reviews. Well, the film wasn't successful. Something else was getting all the attention, and this was Derek's romance with her married director, who was 30 years her senior. It was so intense that the California authorities started looking for them as the law demanded that she should be at least up to the age of consent for such a relationship. So, Bo moved in with her husband in Germany. Even today, Derek can't tell which made her more popular, the movies she starred in or her forbidden romance with John Derek. Anyway, as bad as it was, John was still very influential in the growth of her career. By 1977, with his help, she got her second role with director Michael Anderson in his horror film Orca, the Killer Whale. Her next role was the breakthrough she had been praying for, and it was also her entrance into the sex symbol industry. 1979 was Derek's miracle year as she was chosen for the role of Jenny Hanley in the romantic comedy film 10. It was reported that she outperformed seasoned actresses like Melanie Griffith, Heather Thomas, Tanya Roberts, and several others to be selected for this role. 10 was a critical and financial success, and it launched the career of Derek and every other person featured in it. The most fondly remembered memory of the film has to be Derek's appearance in a dream sequence, running towards Dudley Moore in a tight-fitting, nude-colored one-piece swimsuit. This sequence established her as a mainstream sex symbol. For her performance in the film, Derek got her first Golden Globe nomination for New Star of the Year. Her next role would come in Richard Lang's 1989 dramatic comedy film Change of Seasons, and it had Derek as a college student who was having an affair with an older married professor. The film had a great storyline, but it was not exactly a box office wonder. It was relatively successful, and Derek's performance was ruled out by critics as unfavorable. 1981, MGM's Tarzan, the Ape Man came with its challenges, and one of them was that Derek was required to appear nude in 2 scenes. Everything was planned out and it looked like a success, but just before its release, MGM was sued by United Artists over a licensing disagreement. This delayed everything, but after a few months they got the permission they needed, and Tarzan the Ape Man was released. It was a box office hit, grossing over $35 million in ticket sales alone. By the end of the year, it was on the list of the highest-grossing films of the year. Derek received a Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Actress for this film. A few other Bo Derek films you might remember include Ghosts Can't Do It, Tommy Boy, The Masters of Disguise, and Malibu's Most Wanted. Bo Derek got increasingly rare on the screens from the early 2000s, and nobody could say for sure what was going on with her. After her appearance in the 2006 telenovela series Fashion House, she disappeared for over 10 years. The last time we saw her on screens was in 2015 in the made-for-TV campy horror film Sharknado 3: Oh Hell No. Maybe Derek should have never defied her parents by quitting school to be a movie star. Maybe she would have had a better life. But I still don't think that you can blame a woman for running after her heart's truest desires, even though it could ruin her life. And when it comes to relationships, Derek's first marriage was with the man who showed her the way into stardom. And although it ended in a crash, Derek still remembers her husband very fondly. She was only 16 years old when she started a relationship with John Derek, and a few years after this, they tied the knot after her 18th birthday in 1976. Her marriage was blissful, and Derek was very assured that she had made the right decision. Her husband was not only helpful at home, but he also exposed Derek to the opportunity that brought her into Hollywood's A-list. Their union continued to flourish until John had a heart attack in 1986. It was scary, but they acted very quickly, and soon he was back on his feet. However, he was not going to survive the second wave, and after that, John gave up the ghost in 1998. This was a very dark time for Bo Derek, and perhaps it contributed to her sudden disappearance from the screens. Anyway, contrary to what many had thought, Derek was not going to stay single all her life mourning her husband. 4 years after his death, Bo started a relationship with actor John Corbett. They met on a blind date which was set up by John's friend Norby Walters. Derek revealed that at the time she met Corbett, she was not really looking for love, but he sparked something in her that persuaded her to give him her heart for over 20 years now. The couple started their relationship a few weeks after the blind date, and this continued for the next 18 years. Speaking in an interview in 2015, Bo revealed that even though John made her very happy, she was not in a rush to tie the knot with him. She believed that they were still young and with no children, so there was no need for any pressure. However, the 2020 pandemic outbreak was both a blessing and a curse to the couple, as Bo revealed that she got to spend more time with her lover. It was then that she decided to finally marry him, and so the couple tied the knot in a private wedding. Derek has confessed so many times that she never thought that she would end up with someone like Corbett, as they were different in more ways than one. According to her, the only reason why they're still together after 22 years is the conscious effort to keep it going. While they have lived through a few rough patches, she always knew that they were still going to be together at the end of the day. It's that twinkle in his eye, his humor, he has a lot of joy in him. Derek gushed when she was asked her favorite thing about her husband. The couple's bond continues to grow even stronger with each passing year, and this can easily be seen whenever they make public appearances. Not sure if they want to add kids to the picture just yet, as they are obviously content with each other's company. Derek has no doubt that this would be the one that would last forever. Bo Derek, in a recent interview, made a shocking confession that made fans question everything they know about their queen. She revealed that she hated acting and hinted that the only reason she was in it for that long was because of her dead ex-husband, John Derek. "I never enjoyed performing," Derek said. "Behind the scenes has been more of my thing. When I act, I prefer to have a strong director, and that's hard to find now." No wonder she has dropped everything a few years after his death. So, what has Bo Derek been up to? Derek has been getting her hands dirty in the least popular way, but according to her, this is the way she feels most fulfilled. The actress has been active in philanthropic work, advocating for wounded veterans and serving as a spokesperson for the Animal Institute. Bo concluded her interview by giving advice to struggling actors and actresses. Make sure it's your passion. It's going to knock you down constantly. It's a very cruel industry. Bo Derek, now 67 years old, does not look a day older than 40. She enjoys the most beautiful life with her husband on their ranch in California. The actress has an estimated net worth of $40 million. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other videos of beautiful actresses from the yesteryears on the end screen. As always, thanks for watching.